I didn't get the memo about
If
wearing
Rob
black.
was your most watched
I
channel,
can't introduce the show
No, you
because
can't.
these guys won't shut up.
Okay, well, I'm going to sing good morning, good
Yeah.
morning,
Good
good
muffin to you.
No, God.
When
this
the
is
red,
like
red
when
roses
Nurse Ratchet,
bobbing along.
Nurse Ratchet does medicine call, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they have to take their meds and get in line for their meds.
Yes. Everyone get in line for your meds.
Yes. And meds is the caffeine.
Well, let's see. Is it 9 o'clock? No. Okay.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
We could have got this a day earlier.
Oh, yeah. Steve Cropper. Yes. Steve Cropper. Yes.
It's very sad.
I mean, well, 80. How old was he?
86, I think.
He's your age, man. That's wild.
It'd be nice if it was 90 or 95, whatever. That's the Beatles' age.
Well, when was he productive? When was the last time he was productive?
65, 66, 67.
No.
He's in the fucking Blues Brothers too. I mean,
I understand he was 84.
The 60s and 70s were his big heyday, but he played throughout the 80s and 90s. I'm a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But he's on all
I don't know. He co-wrote a lot of those songs. With
Stack stuff. Aretha Franklin. I mean, all the Booker T and the MGs.
Booker T, yeah.
You know, knock on wood.
You better knock.
Hey, you know, I'm getting notices from people. I don't know if Mazzy gets these notices.
Your zipper's down.
No, that people are getting their year in review on YouTube of what they watch most, and people are saying, "This guy."
Well, you're forced to watch it 2 days a week. That's why.
No one forces you to do anything.
That's true. That's true.
You know, the haters.
I haven't gotten one.
The haters would think that they are forced to watch, but they are not.
I haven't seen one of those. I mean, I've seen people show me. I had a couple people show me that I'm number 2. One person said 1, a couple said 2 or 3.
Hey, I picked this record up the other day, which I believe is a true OG. I mean,
that was probably in my trunk for about a year. In my
but I will say, does not sound as good as other copies I have.
Well, is it the same Matrix?
Yeah, this is this is a Santa Maria.
Are they both the same? That's my question.
I didn't compare it. They're not, because this is a rare dead wax where the only information in the dead wax is an S1 that identifies Santa Maria pressing, but other than that is just the number. There's no other number identifiers really on this.
Okay.
So it's like a true OG. It sounds good, but it does not sound as good.
I will say this.
2 other old copies.
Being an expert, I will say this. I worked there about a half a year after that album was released, and that was becoming big, and so I got promos like a half a year later. So my guess is they did more promo stamps later that aren't the first pressing. They kept that. He had tons of promos.
All right, so I discussed. I talked with the expert of upon experts,
Tim
of Steely Dan, and that is Tim. Tim says, from what I remember Tim saying, is when this came out, they did not do white label promos.
No,
it was up. They did not. So this is how they identified.
Yeah. But they could do promo stamps a year later and just press more. So that's probably.
I understand, but based on the Matrix, this is a true, like, first pressing of the record.
Okay.
And it doesn't sound this particular one based on Jim's. Hot Stamper.
Hot Stamper is a real thing then.
I guess it is, because I have 2 other. Now, that being said, my go-to copy, this is an AB not scratched out. My go-to copy is an AB scratched out AA. That one sounds way better than this one. So
here you go.
Well, just get a little like a needle and put the AB in.
I would like to scratch it. Can we go back to where I forget to send Harry?
As
I was really
Firesign,
hurt.
as the Firesign Theater once said, everything you know is wrong.
Is wrong.
Right.
Yes.
You are a fluke of the
Or
universe,
he's
and whether you
tired
know it
by
or
That's
not.
National Lampoon.
Exactly.
Who
but it's
came?
the
Who
same
came?
message.
Wasn't there one true guy who came out of the Fireside Theater that sustained?
Proctor.
Was Martin Mull in the Fireside
No,
Theater? Or no,
no.
no.
There's four. They split up in kind of twos and twos, like 10cc, in duos.
I mean, they were
Proctor
just strictly early 70s, right?
Proctor and Bergman. They were the 70s mostly, yes.
Yeah.
But they continued on, but mostly the 70s. In fact, after the Columbia years, didn't they do stuff on Rhino or something? They put a couple things on Rhino. Yeah.
I think one of them lived on Vashon Island for a while.
Wow.
On
I
purpose.
did not know that.
Vashon used
Proctor
to
and
be like
Bergman did a couple of
a
solos.
hippie.
Hey, I did pick up. Now, here's a record that sounds really good. I actually have a cover that I'm going to replace this because it's got water damage and black spots. But this stereo sounds excellent. It really does sound very good. And this is
the Claudia Cardinale cover, is it?
This doesn't have that, or I wouldn't throw it away. Yeah. The other cover, I had one, and I'll tell you what I did. I have a friend who lost everything in the fires, right? And did at auction. I was going to give a portion. One dude was so generous and gave a lot of money. I had an OG stereo with the Claudio cover, and I just sent it to him.
Do you want when I do send you my pile of one record at some point? I have a semi beat up Claudia. Do you want it?
Well, I need to replace. I have a cover with no record, so I was going to replace this. But
do you have the Claudia cover?
No, I do not. I gave it to this dude who donated a lot of money.
I'll send you the Claudia cover I have when I send you the pile of records. Whenever I do that, and it may not be this year.
Well, where's I want the Axelrod record.
I have it.
That's the one.
I need to listen to it and showcase it. That is your pile. That's your only pile. You have one record in your pile, Rob.
Okay, thank you.
Your pile of one.
That guy's around. Everyone knows the guy who lost everything. Everyone knows him.
He texts me once in a while.
Yeah. I have 2 records for him.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
But he's hard. His time is not of his. What? Yeah, Angelo, isn't it like Thank You Waxed in the Dead Wax?
Wow.
If you do a 45 cut and split it over 2 LPs, which I know you did not do, I would give you a bad review. No, I wouldn't.
I think. Wait, Angelo, am I correct? Did you officially announce that?
Is he doing a 45?
No, he officially announced on Instagram where he might have posted other places, but he was speaking German, which I do not speak, so I don't know what he was saying.
The language of love.
The language of humor.
I think it's the language of cheese.
Speaking of cheese, have you guys seen that commercial with the mouse in the mousetrap from some years ago in Europe?
That's
no.
Okay, Harry, there are 5,800 commercials with mice.
You got to see this one though, okay? I'm going to put the link in here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. When you guys get a chance, watch this.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody, leave the stream. Don't watch it. Go do what Harry tells you to do.
No, I'm not saying now. I'm just saying save the link. It'll bring tears to your eyes. If you have any empathy at all for animals, watch this.
Well,
it'll be worth it.
I'm trying to undo that. I'm trying to get away from any empathy for anything, really.
Well, I remember trying forever.
Hey, Jim, question for you. Is it below 20 degrees where you are?
It's in the frickin' 40s, which it might as well be 20. It is 44 fucking degrees. Yeah, that's cold. That's so cold, it's butt clenching cold.
Here in LA, that is below freezing. This is below freezing.
40, I got you all. We're 40 degrees here.
We're 41 and raining right now.
Fuck that shit. Only thing we don't have is rain. We have
Now,
clear
now
skies.
is when it
Fucking
gets this
gorgeous.
cold, Jim. When it gets this cold where you are, do you have to go out and get all the chickens and sit on them to warm them up?
No, they warmed me up. They managed to stay warm.
I mean, do chicken
It
feathers?
was a 3-dog night last night. Let's put it that way.
Why would do the chicken feathers keep them warm?
I would think so. Yeah, yeah, they do.
Oh,
And
I
they go
don't-
inside a little house and they huddle up, and they're fucking chickens. They're like dinosaurs. Who cares? No.
Hey, listen, Doss Russin. We're in LA. That
And
is
this is
cold
Los
for
Angeles,
us.
California. We're way closer to the tropics than you are, and
Yeah, that's
we have
cold.
we have the Pacific Ocean warming us up. You know, keeping things kind of moderated.
The Pacific Ocean is usually is the warm, right? The
Well,
Atlantic's
no.
cold.
It depends on how high up you are, but you
Or
know, it's
high-
like
or
65
just
degrees
how
in the
high you
ocean.
are.
I love when
It's
people,
warm. Is it
I'm not
warmer
high
in the
enough.
ocean? It's warmer in the ocean right now than it is in the air.
That's correct.
Yeah.
well, I'm glad we all
So,
have that taken care of.
Thank you,
People
Mr.
still
Science.
think that Seattle's on the coast. You know, people say, "Oh, you're on the coast. You're a coastal."
Yeah, but you're at sea level.
yeah, we're on.
We're
yeah,
in the Puget
on the
Sound.
Puget Sound. We're about what, 2 hours from the coast, 100
Yes,
miles. from the
but you're on water.
yeah, we're on.
You're
Yeah,
in a bay, a sound.
and we have a lake on one side of us, and we have the Puget Sound on the other side, Lake Washington, and Puget Sound.
The ocean is a 15-minute walk that way.
Well, give you
Make it a 20-minute walk for us, will you, Rob?
Yeah. Next stop, China. Yes.
disease covered Puget Sound. What is that? Is that a thing? I've never heard of that.
I've never.
Are
either.
there places with bad areas? Absolutely, but I don't know if you're kidding.
You didn't live here when they had the term the Tacoma aroma.
Oh, well, that's Tacoma. That's not Seattle.
Yeah,
I didn't
they
know that.
fixed that though. That was a big smelter that was here, and they tore it
I
down.
didn't know
and
that.
cleaned it
It's
all
before
up.
my time, obviously. I came
It was
like
bad, you can tell.
so. Mazzy shows up in the Pacific Northwest like one of those little Christmas trees that you hang in your car, and I solved the problem.
I gotta go. I have to go to 7-Eleven and get $100 out for the guy that's going to come trim my tree any minute. I'll be back.
Is that what having
I'm
the
waiting
sexual
for a
favor is done?
punchline.
Is that
Trimming
code?
the tree. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Chris
there's a
knows.
tree. It's a pepper tree, and they grow like weeds. I'll see you. Goodbye.
I would never pay $100 to have a guy trim.
See,
Wow.
I'd rather live in cooler weather than hot weather, but I don't like that's why I like the Bay Area and here. It's never the Bay Area and Pacific Northwest here is never like super, super cold. We have a little bit of it occasionally. We have a little snow maybe every year. We might have 2 days, maybe 5 days, maybe no days. But the Bay Area still has the best overall weather in the country, the whole greater Bay Area, I think. It's pretty moderate there.
Have you lived all over the country?
No, but
I'll tell you my experience of all the places I visited, and I've been in San Francisco when it's freezing in the summer.
yeah.
San Diego has the perfect temperature all
Yeah,
year.
I think I would agree with that. But I mean, I'm just
Who
You go
was it
outside
that
of
said
San
the
Francisco.
coldest winter they ever spent was summer? in
I'm talking. The city itself does get that. The fog comes in. But I said the Bay Area. You go to San Jose, Marin, the East Bay. It's pretty mild. It's pretty nice. In my entire life in San Francisco, it snowed twice, and like within 2 hours, the snow was gone. So never in the city. You could drive an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours away and get snow. Obviously, Lake Tahoe, and
Yeah,
but it never.
that's
you
where
know,
I spent my honeymoon was Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe. Yeah.
Hey, hold on one second. I just noticed something. Fluffy. Why did you hide Wyoming Dave? He was crying to anyone who would listen to him that he couldn't comment here. And then I told him to just make a
thought
new
you
account
blocked him.
and it fixed everything. And you're trying to ruin everything, Fluffy.
I thought you blocked him, Rob.
Jeez.
Why do you pick on people, Rob?
Because that's why I become. Listen, Mazzy, I don't know about you. you know how to become number one in people's
You
year-round
you are the
YouTube.
number one. You are the number one.
I don't know how you
Rob's
do
number
that.
one.
It's about me giving back to the vinyl community because I do and I do and I do. Hold on, I'm just trying to.
So
Okay.
I said I wasn't going to do it. I said there, no way.
I'm just
not
reading
risking
through a person I block's
It's a
comment,
cash
which is
grab.
stupid,
I
and
said
it's
I
probably
won't do
someone
it, but I
around
did
here's
it.
own troll account.
Well, Harry was talking. Rob just was mumbling like an old
Yeah,
man.
he doesn't listen.
Harry,
but
you're
if I
muted.
talk over him,
I can't hear
Ooh.
you, Harry.
I can hear him. I can hear
You
him.
can?
Yeah,
I can't hear him.
I
Well,
can't.
you're
Buy a new
lucky.
iPad.
I did. That's what this
No,
is.
I'm kidding. I can hear.
Hold on. Let me. I'll go out and come back
Okay,
in.
good. Go out. Okay, once he's out, Harry, talk.
Well, let me try doing something. Let me see one thing.
Harry,
I can't. Hold
I
on.
think, despite all the bullshit, I think the Zoetrope look kind of cool. Show it.
You do. I wasn't going to buy it, but then it was sitting
You
right
can
there.
hear him talking.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Phew, thank goodness. So, Zoetrope. Do you have any other Zoetropes?
I haven't figured out how to make them work yet, though.
You put your camera on.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Google it. Look on YouTube. There's people on YouTube that tell you.
Only there was a way.
Yes, exactly.
All right. What were you saying, Harry? Because if I can't hear it,
I said
it doesn't matter.
I said I wasn't going to buy this because it was a money grab, but I bought it anyways.
Now, who was the person holding a gun to your head forcing you to buy that?
Me.
Did you listen to it?
Not yet.
You don't listen to those. They're not.
Well,
it's art. It's the artwork, stupid.
Well, are you going to hang it on a wall, Harry?
No, I didn't buy the All Things Must Pass.
That one goes for money, man.
I did get an email today, though, that said my John Lennon War is Over is on the way.
Oh, cool.
Finally.
Hey, by the way, you know, my buddy produced that and won an Oscar for it. It's free now on YouTube. You can go watch it.
It's very good. I got and Harry and I both got the Christmas card, right? Did you get the Christmas card? That's the same card they did when they sent me the record. They put that in, and yeah, the war is over.
Hey, I'm up to the last episode. I'm up to the last episode of the Beatles thing. There are only 9. Am I correct? Because it's very confusing.
9.
There are only 9 total episodes, right?
Yes.
9.
Did they do it for
the first one?
Did they do that for a reason?
I don't know. No, it just came what they edited. Okay, when it was on ABC TV, it was like 5.5, 6 hours or something, right? It was okay. So it was short to begin with, or short-ish. Actually, 5.5 hours for a documentary is long, but with commercials, it was about 5.5 hours. When it came out on DVD, VHS, it was 10 plus hours. Okay, they added stuff. Now the new one, I think it clocks into under 9 hours because they're about 56, 58 minutes a piece. So it's under. So they edited some, they tightened up, but the last episode is a whole new edited thing. It's okay, the last one, but it has a lot of the footage in 95 of them hanging out and talking and kind of reminiscing. So it's almost like a appendix or an epilogue in a way.
That's the one most people comment about when they talk about it.
It's not the best thing in it, but it's an epilogue, so it ties it together.
How much fun with all the nerdiness of Beatles? How much footage did they shoot of them coming back together in 95?
I don't know, because it wasn't one. It was over a couple of years. I mean, in fact, the first single and the second single, the remakes with Lennon, were a year apart. They weren't even the same session. They were.
I hear my criticism so far of what I watch because I only have the last episode to watch. My criticism is it seems like they jumped through a bunch of stuff. They kind of I think the anthology didn't explain well, like the Yoko stuff. I think that wasn't it was kind of glossed over as far as I'm concerned.
That's not really the Beatles story, though.
Right.
Well,
they did
it
it
is.
enough. They did
It
it enough
is
when they
because
met.
the urban. Hold on. It is because the urban legend is she broke up the Beatles.
Yeah,
It is.
But they're not going to talk about that because it's not a true.
Well, I'm talking. This is me being sort of a very mild Beatles fan.
But you know what you just said? You felt that they should have reacted to an urban legend. Yoko did not break up the Beatles.
Okay. I'll say this: they should react to something that is in the show. Yoko just came in and picked up the microphone and started singing.
Well, they talked.
That felt like to me it came out of nowhere.
Okay, but you missed that. Maybe you weren't paying attention. The part when John goes to the art show and
I saw that, but in the context of that, it felt like that came out of nowhere with any.
What kind of was out of nowhere? It did come out of nowhere because it was out of nowhere.
I don't need you to be an apologist for the doc thing. I'm just telling you, as
no
a viewer.
One expected. Is that when George left or Ringo left?
Well, okay, here, please understand. This is how movies work, Mazzy. You should be able to come to a movie not knowing anything, and the movie informing you to give you an understanding, especially a docu-series. I felt
Why should it say Yoko did not break up the Beatles? Just for you?
No, they should have said. John said to Yoko, "Please don't participate. We are the Beatles and we do everything."
No, but he didn't do that. He did the opposite.
Mazzy, let me finish my thought. I didn't.
All right.
Let me finish my thought. I'm not saying what he should have done. I'm saying what the documentary edited into a story should have done for me to have a better feeling about it. They should have built up to it on how she was allowed to participate in that album. If they spent the majority of this docuseries saying it was just the four of us.
I'll respond to that. Paul actually did describe that. In the documentary, Paul says we were playing, George leaves, George, I quit the Beatles during the White Album and then or Get Back, whatever it was. And Paul says, and then it was only the four of us usually. And then Yoko's sitting there and we were saying, Ringo was saying something, George was saying something. Why is Yoko there? He said that, talks about that. And then she picks up the microphone and starts singing. Paul actually explained that they didn't like that. They did not like that, but she was there. They were fucking around. They were playing, and she. But the inner thing, Paul was the avant-garde. You see Paul taking his bass.
Well, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question.
Bass to the amp.
I understand it, but let me ask you a question. Obviously, Linda was there, right?
Yeah, they show her too.
Right? Was George married at the time?
Yes. Patty was not there.
Okay, and then was Ringo married at the time?
Yes, Maureen was not there. The wives were never there up until.
Yeah, but they didn't explain those wives being there. I did barely explain why Linda was just there. They didn't explain why she was there. She was
Linda
instrumental.
Brought the kids too.
I'm just saying, nothing to do with the Beatles. Nothing. My opinion has nothing to do with the Beatles' history and all the facts that exist. I'm talking about as a viewer of a docuseries. These are questions I have from watching.
Waxed. How come you're not asking me why didn't they explain that Glyn Johns was in the studio in the last album? You see Glyn Johns walking around.
Yeah, but he wasn't a character in the docuseries.
Yes,
he wasn't a character.
Gotta get tired of
this Beatles. He was shown, and they didn't talk about him.
Can a guy be critical of something without Mazzy having?
I just don't agree because Paul actually talked about the Yoko thing.
Yeah, but okay, Mazzy. You were hyping on Paul being on a boat being interviewed.
Yeah, I thought it was silly.
Hold on. What about the campfire? Did you have issues with that?
That was. But by the time, it's funny, when I talked to you last week, I forgot about the campfire. That's later. That was the next episode, which I hadn't seen last week. That is weird. It is weird. Paul likes to be in that thing. It is weird. But then George is in that one, I don't know what room he was in later on. That's why the later interviews, all their hair and facial hair is different because it's over 2 or 3 years, those documentary things. It's not just one session when they shot that. So that's why sometimes George has facial hair, sometimes he doesn't.
I mean, okay, again, apart from factual Beatles information, dealing just with the docuseries, a character that I believe was handled well and is the basis for me saying, well, why wasn't every character in the docuseries handled the same, was like Billy Preston. Okay? George says, well, I went to this and I saw this and I was introduced to him and I brought him along in there to see if he could do something, and he did, and everyone liked him and blah blah blah. That's the way, in my mind, every character in the docuseries should be handled to answer any questions I have. There were certain people in there that wasn't handled that well. And it just said, I'm being critical of it, you know.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, I understand your criticism. I disagree with the Yoko thing because I think there was plenty when talking about John goes to the show and is about to walk out, the famous story, that recreation of the ladder and the nail and the sign that says yes.
All right, Harry, calm down. No one asked you to be like the morning zoo
I'm more
keeper
of a
the sound
Monkees
effects.
fan. Oh,
I don't have Yoko questions. I know well too much about Yoko. I know too much about Yoko. All the information I know about Yoko has nothing to do with my criticism of the docuseries. It's just a way that seemed to just come out of nowhere for me.
Well, they didn't talk, not that it mattered because it was about the time of the Beatles. They didn't talk about Mel Evans getting shot by the police and dying years later.
Okay, again, I will say this. And
but that wasn't in that time.
He truly wasn't made a character in the docuseries. They referenced him, but you know, they
talked about how they met him.
But the way the
everyone's a critic.
Okay, hold on. The way the docuseries kind of handled the mention of him, I don't think there was real. There might have been a picture of him shown, but not video footage. Am I wrong? Of Mel Evans. But the way they kind of just made him as to be barely a character or just a reference in the docuseries is he was just a roadie. That's the way he came off to me. The other dude,
he was their assistant and roadie, and
yeah, but they didn't say assistant.
Handyman.
He was just a just a roadie. I think there was one time when they mentioned the creation of Apple Corps that they said this one act was brought in by Mel Badfinger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Badfinger was brought. That is the only legitimacy they really gave that.
Well, they talked about him working at the Cavern Club. He was a bouncer.
Yeah, but they didn't show footage of him.
They showed early footage of him with the Beatles. I mean, he was around the Beatles, and I mean, you could. That's a whole other story. His story. He's in Help. He's in the movie Help. He's the channel swimmer in Help.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened is a short story. Was it in the 80s or late 70s? He's in a hotel room with his wife again, or his girlfriend, I forgot, in LA, and he has a gun, and he was drunk or something happened.
Yeah, but
that the Hotel Chateau or something.
Okay, yeah, but hold on. He was not. That information was not in the docuseries. Secondly,
no, because it was later. It doesn't need to be in the documentary series.
But yeah, he was not part of the Beatles when that happened, was he?
Well, yes, he worked with John Lennon. I mean,
was he doing Beatles business?
He was. He was always doing Beatle.
He was getting them tea.
Even after the breakup, he was
sympathy.
Helping. He was helping different Beatles after the breakup, working for them on maybe a freelance basis.
But he was not on the level of how people were characters in this docuseries. He was barely.
No, because people. Yeah, I don't think it mattered in that respect.
I mean, okay. I'm gonna give you the person who was made. Who's probably, from what I understand from the information, Peter or Aspinall. Neil Aspinall. He was interviewed. He was there talking. He was made to be I'm guessing they both kind of started off at the same level. No. He was their driver. He drove them around.
Neil was there first.
Mal was a gopher.
Mal came like times later because they needed more and they needed help, and yeah,
I understand, but
Mel was a bouncer at the Cavern Club.
And I realize he died, But
Well, I was going
the
to tell a story, but you interrupted me.
Neil contributed more
And
to.
in later years, after Brian died,
Yeah, he was the
Neil kind of
pseudo manager.
he took over until they found Alan Klein. But in the years of Apple, the history of Apple, Neil became the head of Apple and their business advisor. They had lawyers. He ran Apple until he retired. But as he said in the documentary, in early 70s, 71, 72, he started compiling a documentary. And it was called The Long and Winding Road, which was the basis of this anthology. And over the years, he would collect footage and do rough edits. And this was the genesis for that. It was it's even saying in the documentary, it's really great. George says it's great they didn't do this in the 70s because they needed to be far away from it. They were too close to it. They were arguing.
So in real, because I don't feel like the docuseries did this. His contribution, he always did right by them. There was no nefariousness.
Oh, he was part of the family. Yeah, he did right by them. Some may say he didn't do enough. Like all the big reissue stuff, he was kind of getting into, but he, until he retired, and then a couple years later, he passed away. And Jeffrey Jones was hired to replace him. Jeffrey Jones worked at Legacy Columbia, Sony Legacy Columbia, doing reissues for the Byrds and Miles Davis and Bob Dylan, all those Legacy CD reissues. Him and not David, is it David Berkowitz? Not the son of Sam. But Berkowitz, who does the Miles and the Dylan. He was Jeffrey Jones.
A dog told him to do it.
To do the mono box. They brought him from Sony because the Beatles weren't doing the mono box originally, all analog, and they brought him because they were doing the Dylan and the Miles Davis stuff. Anyway, I wanted to finish that story. In the late 70s or 80s, I don't know the exact date, Mal's in LA in this hotel room, and he has a gun there, and he's drunk, or there was noise or something happened. The police go up, open the door, and he's holding a gun like this, and they shoot him and kill him. I mean, it was justified, unfortunately, but he was fucked up with a gun, so they shot him, and he died, unfortunately.
I understand, but everyone understand this. This is
Spoiler alert.
Oh, this is Mazzy beating his chest about being a Beatles dude. All I came in here was to criticize the docuseries.
That's okay. You can, and there's stuff to criticize. I mean, I'll put it this way. I liked it. I thought it was edited tighter. Were the things missing? Yeah. Like people were bitching. There was no Lady Madonna.
I have to rewatch. But what's that Beatles documentary movie? Not the Ron Howard one.
The Complete Beatles.
Is the Complete Beatles better than this anthology?
It's concise.
It's 2 hours, hour and a half, whatever. You can't get it unless you get a VHS of it. That's the only way you can get it.
No, you could probably find it on the internet.
You can get a bootleg.
Probably.
It's on YouTube. The entire thing's on YouTube.
Is it on YouTube? Okay.
I have to rewatch that and feel how if that portrays them in a more.
Well, it's a very concise, simple way. It's not a deep cut. What I liked about the anthology 30 years ago. There's no narration. There's no excess talking heads. You don't have, except for Neil.
there is narration in their own words. By the Beatles' own words.
That's what I'm saying. There's no narrator like that. You're talking about that movie.
Yeah, I'm going to narrate this stream like it's a Beatles.
Malcolm McDowell narrates.
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell narrated the one you're talking about.
I'm going to narrate this stream like it's a Beatles stream.
Like,
and then Mazzy came in.
Yeah, like they don't bring some celebrity like Dave Grohl or Bono or Whoopi Goldberg in, which is great. It's just the Beatles and the Beatle core. I mean, Neil Aspinall.
I would say overall, it's a good thing. It's good. It is cheesy, like to Mazzy's thing. Why is he on a boat talking, and why is he in a campfire talking? It's like it seems to me. Here's the whole thing, and I know, like when Rachel goes, "Well, John's my favorite because of blah blah blah." Paul is my favorite. You know why? It seems like historically throughout their existence and Paul's existence, and even today, Paul wanted to be famous. And you know what? Out of any celebrity I know of in my life, he best handles being famous. Paul McCartney, historically, he is famous since he was 20, right? Or whatever, 24.
I don't think he wanted to be famous, but he was driven
I'll tell you,
for someone
who can't go anywhere without anyone knowing who he is, seems like he handles being famous
pretty
pretty
normal.
good.
You're
I'm
right,
not saying
you're
he doesn't. I'm just saying
Listen,
his
Harry, I'm
goal
tired
wasn't
of
to
your
be-
bullshit with this.
His goal was not to be famous. His goal was to create music, and he
I
was the
understand.
driving
I
force
understand it, but if you
behind
watch
it
that,
all, I think.
if you watch the anthology series, it seems like at the root of his decision making, it was about being famous.
Well, no,
That's
I think the difference is what I see what you're saying. The thing about Paul, out of all of them, he's the biggest ham. He likes to be showy. He look how he's, when he's playing live way back in the Mop Top days on the boat. And if you know, now it's widescreen, so you see Jules Holland on that boat interviewing him. He's supposed to be out of frame, but he's sitting in the other window, Jules Holland, in that
is
frame.
it. Wait, am I wrong? Is Jules Holland more a musician?
He was in Squeeze.
Right. So what? Okay.
He has a show.
Let me hold on. I just
He
want to
hosts a
take a
music show.
pause. See this Chris Record Talk? This comment only comes from someone who watches someone who was #1 on their YouTube year-end review.
So,
That's all I
did you
wanted to
guys
say.
watch the link I sent about the guy who did the photography session?
I'd seen
with
that.
Paul?
Yeah, I'd seen that. That's good.
That's the same thing. Paul, you're saying he lived for it. He wanted to be famous. Seems like he didn't enjoy that photo shoot.
Well,
Hey, I can guarantee you, Rajesh, Paul McCartney never solved a murder.
let me
I can tell you that.
I want to respond to Harry. I don't think he didn't enjoy it. Paul is probably one of the top 5 most photographed people in the world, right? He's been photographed by every famous photographer. In fact, when I pitched his PR people a couple years ago when the photo book came out and the photo show came out in Portland and San Francisco. I wanted to interview him and talk about 5 photographers that photographed him, like Richard Avedon and Robert Freeman and all that.
And he didn't seem to remember that photo shoot. Avedon.
I know. Well, he didn't. When he showed it up, he didn't seem very pleased by it. I know. But, having been on the other side of it with my photographers showing up to photograph celebrities, like Michelle photographed Dennis Hopper and Daniel Day-Lewis. And sometimes you have literally a half hour or 2 hours. And as a photographer, you're setting up, you're doing your pre-light, your Polaroids back then, and you're waiting and it's your time. And some of these celebrities and their PR people come in and only have time limits, and they've been photographed so much and they have to maybe wear a certain outfit and get in makeup. And I think in this, it's great that he said he'd come back 2 days later. And I thought it was interesting.
Hold on, concert buddies. Yeah, Maz, I hate to say this, Mazzy's right, because a world leader was only famous when they were a world leader.
Right.
Paul has been he's what, 83 now?
Years.
We're talking 60 something years of being photographed.
He's been. Listen, all I'm saying is, based on this docuseries, and just based on everything I know about Paul McCartney, he handles being famous better than any famous person I've seen.
He's still kind of down to earth for who he is.
There's not more photographs of Cindy Crawford or Kate Moss than Paul McCartney. Believe me.
Now, hold on. Under Concert Buddy's mattress, that's another story.
Now, can I bring up the important point that nobody's talking about?
If you're going to push a fart button, no.
Why does Wyoming Dave and Bobby Gass not have a wrench?
They haven't earned that. Okay,
it's the talk of the town.
Flat out honesty. See everyone who has a wrench. I'm #1 in their YouTube year-end review. Those 2 guys, I am not.
But seriously,
I do have another request. Can you remove Angelo's wrench, please?
But seriously, can you you've seen my book collection? I got 1,000 Beatle books. You think there are 1,000 Kate Moss or Cindy Crawford books or any of those models? I mean, yes, they were in Vogue and they were in Elle and all the fashion magazines for a finite 5-year period. I mean, maybe Kate Moss longer, but still, it just, I can't think of anyone more. You think of Barack Obama or Donald Trump? Not really. I mean,
no, neither of them have been famous their whole life.
Right.
And the
Bob
reason
Dylan
the
maybe, but
anthology is cut
Bob
down.
Dylan's more elusive.
And you want me to tell you honestly, historically, why Paul McCartney has more photographs than other people? Because people pay for those photographs.
Yeah.
I don't know how many photos people are paying for of all the other people you're talking about.
Okay, so we've covered the Beatles. Now what do we do?
Okay, I have a video after this stream is over. You can watch a video I did.
Is there a good documentary about the Stones?
Yeah, but it's no one cares really.
Yeah,
People,
that's true.
people.
You know,
if
Bobby
you had to
cares,
name,
you know.
if you had to name, I'm not asking for your favorite bands. If you had to name, it's sort of like maybe looking at Google searches or something like that. Bands that people have the most requests of more information about, and deserve like a documentary, a proper documentary made about them.
I think there's been documentaries made about almost every band that matters, and even bands that don't matter, or they matter to some people. They're not.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Is there an outsider documentary about Led Zeppelin? I know they made
outsider. What do you mean an outsider?
like someone outside, like the one who's the best documentary maker. It's like
Ken Burns.
Ken Burns.
Yeah.
Obviously they'll get permission, but let someone from the outside make a documentary about.
You know, one thing I will say, I'm gonna just one more thing about the Beatles documentary. As great as it is, I think it's really good. It's not a definitive thing, and they say it in the documentary. They decided to tell their story, and even if you see there are a lot of sections where the three Beatles and even John from old footage are talking about the same.
Here's what you're
finished. They're talking about the same thing.
Okay, but you're going about it, Mazzy, as someone who is. I will proclaim myself an expert in how people watch stuff and take in the information. A movie is strictly itself. What you're doing is you're conflating Beatles as a historical thing into the documentary. I'm judging this docuseries on its own terms.
What I was saying, since you didn't let me fucking finish because you interrupted my thought again, is the thing that even makes it kind of interesting and weird in a way. Even the Beatles telling their own story don't get it right, because there was several segments where all four of them talk about the same thing and they all have different memories of it. Like two of them couldn't even remember they played twice at Shea Stadium. You know, and they're talking about it. I don't remember that happened. Let's go over to Paul, and they go over to George Martin.
Yeah, but hold on, Mazzy. In the context,
I'm not finished.
No, you're not. Well, I don't know what you're doing.
Well, if you listen,
but in the hold on,
of the
in the context of
this,
hold on, I can make my point. I can make my point by what you just said.
Fuck you, Christopher. No.
In the context of the docuseries, admittedly, Ringo goes, "Well, we were all high. I don't remember a lot of things."
Exactly.
So I understand why that's the case.
Well, wait a minute. Bobby got a wrench, but David didn't get a wrench.
Who cares about these fucking wrenches? Why are you so upset? Well,
I'm going to take away your wrench, Harry.
You know, the thing is, you can't doing a documentary on yourself. It's going to be a certain direction. Things are going to be edited out, maybe. But you know, some people were upset that it was censored. There was a pretty fucking long shot of the cover of two versions, the frontal nude, and that wasn't censored. That's for Disney to do that, or for the Beatles to do it and Disney to show that. That was
they're still talking about the Beatles, Jim,
and there's a lot of drug references in it. So I don't see any censoring.
Oh, hold on.
Me too, but come on.
Concert Buddy, I'll send you a link if you want to come up here and show all the photos you have of a young Pope John Paul II. Okay?
I'm waiting for Pope George Ringo.
You know what the best? Okay, my favorite. I think the best music directory or documentary, excuse me, in the last so many years is the Sparks Brothers, the Edgar Wright, because I know people who watch it and know nothing about Sparks and really like it. It's really creative. They have a part in it, but it's Edgar Wright. It's really interesting and artistic, and I love the Sparks Brothers documentary.
Hey, yeah, okay, but
Naomi
again,
Campbell. Let's talk about
Hold
Naomi
on.
Campbell.
Hello, Nick.
but I had a critique of the Sparks documentary. It's a good documentary.
But they don't talk about Yoko in it.
No,
She
but
broke up
it's
the
not.
band.
Hold on, but
I
it's
think
not.
they do actually.
Hold on, it's not critical of the Sparks.
No, it's not.
And,
Now,
and that's
okay, that's a good question, Rob. As a movie maven like you are, does
I'm not a maven. I'm what I
start a
know.
fire
I'm giving you
without a
props.
spark.
I'm giving you
Yeah.
props, Rob. Does a documentary have to be critical of the subject?
Well, okay, here's what a documentary has to do.
honest.
All right, and here's always been my opinion of documentaries. Documentaries are movies. Documentaries are not really facts in a storytelling way. A documentary is a movie. If average documentary shoots hundreds of hours of footage. They rely on an editor to put them together to make a coherent story. So keep your assessment of the peanut gallery to yourself, Harry. But all I can say is a documentary should create characters that have an arc that you understand, that you treat as characters. You're not going to know the whole person from a documentary. So that's the way a documentary should be judged to every other movie that's made that you watch.
But a documentary.
Why are you so dismissive of the peanut gallery? They're the reason you're here right now.
Oh, Harry,
Rob,
I've highlighted them the whole stream. I'm not dismissive of them.
Don't you think most documentaries also come there with a point of view of the creator of the documentary? I mean,
well, same as a movie. The movie's the point of view of the director.
Right.
And
so, is there any documentary that is all truthful? I mean, that's subjective.
No, it's impossible to make a documentary that's all truthful because it's impossible.
You get three directors making the same.
No. Okay, so to understand a movie is a collaborative effort of everyone who participates in it. A documentary is no different. If you're dealing with hundreds of hours of footage that you're editing into 90 minutes, an editor has a big hand in that. It's their interpretation of trying to tell a story and make it make sense. So you're
going to get 4 movies, one on each Beatle soon, and that's going to.
But those are dramatic. Okay, Harry, but those are dramatic films with dramatic license.
Right.
So they won't be fully factual. Listen, here's 100% reason why a movie can't be all factual. I don't know the legality of everything, but you have to get sign off from people that are portrayed or they'll sue you. Okay. So that's one reason why movies can't be 100% factual. They can't. The being sued is a huge thing.
To protect the innocent.
I don't know every movie ever made. I'm sure you could go on the internet and find a documentary that legally they had to make changes to so they wouldn't get sued.
How come the Chance every Thursday night, the Chance show is not factual?
Well, you'll have to ask, here's something I'm sorry, Chance. Hold on. I'm sorry, Chance. I'm going to tell everyone this. I'm going to share information. People don't know that Chance has a team of lawyers that go through everything that he's going to do on his stream. And they say, no, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Townes Van Zandt documentary was totally authentic. There was no bullshit in that.
I never saw
that. Well, let me. Okay, Mazzy, you know way too much. You know way too much about the Beatles. In the context of that docuseries, was there one person you know of that was not referenced to at all?
Well, yeah, in terms of, I mean, if you go through the entire,
they didn't mention Mazzy.
If you go to the entire Beatles story, there are a lot of people that weren't mentioned. Ray McFall was the DJ at the Cavern Club.
Alf Bickle.
Alfred Bickle, right.
Yeah, I mean,
that was later though. That was later.
Wasn't there another, like they made Murray the K. Growing up, I always heard he was like the fifth Beatle.
Murray the K, right?
Right. What? But there had to be other American DJs that
Yeah, but
proclaimed the Beatles to be.
But you know, in a way, okay, that's a director's choice.
Yeah.
He represented all DJs, okay, in a way.
Right, but there are other DJs that helped
but
them
he was
become
the
big.
guy when they first came to America. So yeah,
Alan Parsons should have been mentioned.
Well, he was a young engineer. Yeah, I mean, they didn't mention all the engineers. They didn't. Did they mention Norman Smith? I can't remember.
Hurricane Norman Smith.
Well, he wasn't Hurricane yet, but they mentioned Jeff Emmerich.
Oh, babe.
They didn't.
What would you say?
They did mention. Did they mention the Decca guy who turned them down?
Yes, they did.
They did. Okay.
George mentioned him in episode.
Yeah, they didn't mention Bernstein, who produced the Shea Stadium concert, but I don't know. Does it matter? Really, people don't care.
Yeah, you know who they didn't
mention?
Was
kind of a big deal.
Oh, hold on.
It was, and they talk about that a lot.
Okay,
in fact, the sound was better than
wouldn't have happened.
Watch Mazzy's face when I mention someone's name. They did not mention Bob Eubank. They did not mention him in that.
He brought him to the Hollywood Bowl.
Yes, he produced.
You know,
he produced, I think, 2 or 3 Beatles concerts. Right?
And they didn't mention that Davy Jones of the Monkees was on the first Ed Sullivan show too. They didn't mention that with Oliver.
Well, so that goes to my point, Mazzy, where everything can't be 100% factual. They just can't.
Well, wait, okay, that's not being not factual. That's just not including certain stories. Again, they didn't include Lady Madonna, as I said, and people were upset they didn't include that footage of Lady Madonna. You know, which is fine with me. I mean, you know, every song they didn't mention Bernard Purdie either, right? They do mention.
Hey, I can't get. Hold on. The Beatles. Hold on. I'm going to say when someone makes the documentary, when someone makes a documentary about the Waxed, I promise you, Ed Topo, you might be omitted from it.
How many bands have had fake bands like the Ruddles be so successful and do everything?
Well, the Ruddles weren't so successful, Harry.
Yeah,
not initially, but yeah.
No, I mean, no one is holding that up as.
Well, it's funny they keep talking about Spinal Tap being the first mockumentary, but Ruddles was before Spinal Tap.
There were mockumentaries before that.
Yeah, but Ruddles was the first music one, as far as I recall, aside from Alan Sherman.
Hello, Mata.
Yeah, they didn't mention Alan Sherman. I hate the Beatles.
Look at all the novelty songs that came out because of the Beatles. That's so many. I mean, it's a whole area of collecting that I fall into.
What are the?
You've got We Love You, Ringo, the Beatles for President. I mean, all kinds of shit.
They didn't mention Victor Spinetti, even though he's in Help in a Hard Day's Night. You know.
Well, he was mentioned once in that docuseries.
Did he? They say Victor Spinetti?
Okay. Yeah.
I missed that, or I didn't. It didn't hit. Okay.
But they didn't mention the guy who fell off the horse and hit his head and died.
They didn't mention Paul's illegitimate child from the German woman.
No, they didn't.
There's 9 guys in a tree in my backyard.
You didn't mention, George meeting Patty on the set of A Hard Day's Night,
Yeah, they did. Yeah, yes, they did. 100%.
Right. Well, good. See,
they even showed her in the car going. Ooh.
Okay, all right. I must have been getting a drink by that point or something.
All I can tell you is it's impossible, both legally and storytelling wise, to make something 100% factual.
Yeah,
you just can't.
Well, I do agree on that. There are things left out, but I don't think there are any major characters that they left off that are major for that add to the story.
The only real documentary is probably the one on Rachel's ghost.
But even that, as I said, people should watch that Rachel documentary.
Hold on. In the original cut of that documentary, Harry was characterized as a sex-crazed lunatic.
I actually had my portion removed.
I
requested he not use it, and he said okay.
I begged, and they said, forget it. We're not going to put you in, Jim.
Oh, you wanted to be in it? Oh,
fuck yeah! I want to be famous.
I want to be star of the screen.
That's right. I begged him. I said I would do anything. I said I would drop trial. They said you're out. Nothing. So there's guys doing my tree right now. It's very
All
exciting.
right. Well, any normal person, if you want to have the Jim
I think
story
they're called
told correctly,
arborists.
hold on, let me help you out. If you want to have the Jim story told correctly, you would be out there shooting footage for the documentary.
I want to take
You'd have
this
to interview
out.
the pig.
Huh? The pig is not happy.
Whatever the pig says goes.
The pig looks like it's lost weight. Seriously, when I saw it last.
Yeah, that's
2 legs
because-
bad, 4 legs better.
Yeah. We took a little belly, but it's growing back.
Yeah. Pig like that, you don't eat all at
You don't
once.
eat it all at once.
You know what? People don't talk about this at all. You've never heard this mentioned anywhere, but I'm going to mention it. Pigs have eyelashes, like
Yeah.
they have them. Seriously,
They're kind of cute.
Did the pig wink at you, Rob?
more than once.
A pig wants to be dead.
What's the comment about sheepdogs? If you part the hair and see one eye, you're looking at the wrong end.
The wrong end. Yeah. That's from the dog show.
That's
Uh-huh.
one thing I don't understand. Why dogs have hair that grows over their eyes?
Yeah, my dog does, and it's like, is he blind? What the fuck? One of my
I don't.
dogs. I got a new subwoofer to go with my Harbeth speakers.
Can you play the Beatles on it?
Yes, you can, and they sound pretty fucking good. These are the Nelson subwoofers made by Harbeth for the P3SRs, and they're a stand. They have a speaker that fires down, and then the
Well, this is a visual medium. You could show us what it looks like.
my office is a fucking mess right now because
Does it even make Zappa sound good?
everything. You see that black thing there? That's a little speak and with
Yeah.
the round thing in the bottom.
Yeah.
That's a subwoofer, a downfiring sub.
It looks like an air purifier.
It's
Put
called
it-
the
show-
Nelson. Yeah.
Show it again.
bass
Show it
track.
again.
Do it again, like we're
There's
Rob-
one
Because
under
they're
each-
hold on. They're called the Nelson. So here's the sound effect.
Yeah, shut up, Rob. I'm serious. I
Oh,
would make-
there's two subs.
yeah, there's one under each speaker, and
Doesn't that
Okay.
defeat the purpose of mono?
if you are familiar with subwoofers can do really, really, really cool things, but it's not that easy to set up. These, it's fucking automatic. The crossover is perfect. All you have to do is adjust the volume a little bit. You don't want it to be too high. And it does that magical subwoofer thing where everything opens up a little more. I'm going to have to give them back. They're very expensive, but
So
they really
the hot thing seems to be bass traps. Why is that the big thing now? You never heard of them a few years ago.
Now, bass traps have been around forever. If I go around my room, the most bass is right over there in the corner. That's where all the bass goes. I don't know why. It just does. Also, behind where my fucking turntable is,
It's
just,
on the directional base, though. You know.
no. It's just my room and everything like that. So you want to have these giant bass traps that don't allow all the bass to congregate.
Can't you put
there.
like a little
You put a
thing
fan
of
that'll
melted
blow the
butter
bass.
on the floor and like a lemon and
You
to
could-
catch them?
You could do that. You could
Or
do that.
A little bit of cheese in a trap.
But that's what a bass trap does. They usually go in the corners where the bass winds up. They're huge, and I don't think they work.
So music in the house. I love these Source Point 10s. Absolutely love them. They are not the master edition, but I'm waiting on the crossover kits.
Why did
Which,
you order
when
those
I
like 4
install
months
that, they
ago?
will- Huh?
Did you order that like 4 months ago?
They've been back ordered ever since, and they're still back ordered.
Those are very popular speakers, man. They're really good. You got a killer deal on them.
Absolutely. And I gotta thank Brent if he's watching.
Those are good. Those would be good in here.
I did add a sub to it because he threw in a sub with the speakers. But if I
Nice.
do the crossover upgrades, I may not even need the sub.
Right. If you listen to
Yeah, I mean, I got these with stands for $1,500 with the sub.
I'll give you 2 right now.
It's a acoustic research sub, as far as I know. I can't remember the number or model.
Oh, Rob, I got my YouTube year-end thing. You're number 2.
Who was number 1?
We leave channel 7 on in the kitchen all day on YouTube.
What's channel 7?
The news, channel 7
Local
news.
news.
Oh, there's a truck overturned on the 605. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
So that's number 1. I personally, though, the kind of videos that I watch are old fucker videos. My knee hurts. What can I do about my knee? It's all about ailments. I watch videos about ailments.
Aliens.
Ailments. Ouchies. My knee hurts. It hurts here when I go like this sometimes.
Don't do
Every
that.
time I go to Jim's house, he's in the back in his office where he is now. I open the door and it's like I've caught him masturbating, but he's just watching political shit.
Yeah.
He turns his head
He's
like he's
usually watching
embarrassed.
Zappa when he's doing the other thing.
No, he's
I like the Raging Moderates. What's his name? I like those guys.
So I may, every year for the last 5 years, I've done a year-end music wankers of the year, the top 10 musical wankers.
Pick me.
There aren't really any standout music wankers or businesses. I mean, you could talk about Ticketron, but the ones I talked to in the past, no new wanking this year. No new Yee, no new Wright, no new Van Moore, no new Eric Clapton. So I may do something a little more on the political side and tie it to music, but I have a feeling, and I've never done this before. If I do it, I've kind of written some notes. 1 second, Rob. If I do it, I'm going to turn off the comments. And I don't like to turn off comments, but I just know, and I'm going to, let people know, if you want to comment, make a fucking video yourself, and so we can see who you are and you're not hiding behind a fake name. I think that is the fair way to do it.
hey, Kimbo, you're welcome to come up here and share your top list from YouTube year-end review. I'm just afraid it's going to be young girl singers.
Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Okay,
You're welcome to unsubscribe. I always do a wanker holiday season, Russell. I do at the end of the year. It's my last end of the year best of.
University of Vinyl has a nominee for wanker.
Who would that be?
VMP, the new owner.
Yeah, the guys who send you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Roger Daltrey is a good choice.
The thing with
Roger
VMP,
Daltrey's a-
I've heard that, but the VMP, I really don't know much about it. I've never
Roger
been a member.
Waters.
They're sending you invoices that you did not sign up for.
That's bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could talk about tariffs. I did get that. It's funny.
They didn't tariff records.
Joey told me, wait a sec. Joey told me he got a tariff invoice of something I don't think he hasn't got yet. And they'll hold your thing up. My thing I got a month prior to the tariff. So I just tore it up because I keep hearing UPS that is only $50, but still $50 on a free record. Records are supposed to be excluded from tariffs, but
right.
So
well, when Bobby sent me a package from Canada, he sent it by UPS. We had to pay, I had to pay an extra $26 to get it, but Bobby stepped up and reimbursed that fee.
What did he send you? A fish?
He sent me a couple of records.
Dana, I would never do top 10 VC wankers. I would never go against my fellow.
I would. Everyone send me your list. I'll do it.
This was during the playoffs. He also sent me some Blue Jays socks because they were playing the Mariners.
Are they used socks?
No.
I don't know where. Well, I haven't gotten. I've seen several people posting that they get these post bills from one of the.
And some of them are fake.
UPS won't deliver if you don't pay it.
Well, mine, it came a month after I received the album. And so I already got it. And it is real because on the back, I looked on, is a UPS thing. If, I haven't logged in my UPS account, so I don't know if it's there, but it was in the mail, so it could have been fake. I look on the back. I look on the back, and it lists the album that was sent to me. It was a box set from Canada. It was that Frank Sinatra box set, the archive stuff. And I already got it, so fuck it. And you're not supposed to, you know.
DJ, if you put anything in a record box at Ship It Media that's not a record, then doesn't qualify as media.
It would be Concert Buddy if I was doing all music, but I don't have enough. There aren't enough wankers in the wankers are everywhere else this year. Not that there aren't wankers in music, but there's no standouts. Yeah. Oh, I see. TMR. No, I would not go after an individual that I know. Like here, I think that's kind of rude.
I would.
I know you
but
would.
Here's the deal. Here's the. I kind of think whether it has nothing to do, I think, with whether you like me or not. But if I see someone being hypocritical, I think that's where I kind of make a big deal about it. That dude is a hypocrite. He's made a bunch of videos critical of Record Store Day. I can't understand why he is surprised why they kind of said fuck you. And he's historically played the victim. He makes these victim videos. And I don't apologize for how I am. Even when I'm wrong or whatever, if people want to shame me, I'm not going to apologize for it. I am who I am, and I have my opinions. He wants your sympathy. I don't want your sympathy if you feel I've been unjustly treated. I don't, I'm a grown human person. So is he. That's his problem as far as I'm concerned. There you go. I always say I'm not an advocate for testing your movie. Here's what I would always say. In anything creative that you do, you lose your objectivity. When you're creating something, you're so invested in it, you eventually lose your objectivity. You need other people to tell you why it is, if it's working or not working. That dude, I don't know if he has anyone close to him to say, dude, you shouldn't do that. You're doing the wrong thing. That's my opinion. What do you feel, Harry? Does your wife tell you you're horrible? You should stop doing
I think
this?
You should bring up Dan B's wingnut comment is just spot on.
My wife thinks I'm still sexy. Every time I walk by, she says, "What an ass."
Okay. We let that settle on. Well,
I'm sorry, David, Wyoming. You haven't watched it. Is it worth it? Fucking watch it. Don't listen to anyone else. Watch something and judge for yourself. Everyone, when they review things, when they bitch about stuff.
Hold on. I'm going to do. This is the week of doing favors for our Wyoming David. Okay, I'm going to do it for you right now. Here's in just a very short few seconds. Here's the video. That's it. Okay.
That was funny. That was funny.
Well, is this David's new name?
For reasons I cannot go into, he couldn't comment in the peanut gallery. He contacted.
Well, you blocked him.
Hold on. He should have contacted you. He reached out to everyone, and I just said create a new account. He did it. Fixed. It's over with. You know what? I'm offering this service. All of you. You have a problem? Let me know what it is. I can fix it within seconds.
Remember in the Ruddles, the guy with the little hat that walks around, that's kind of their parody version, the Maharishi, the little guy with that's who Rob is like. He's the mantra guy. We come here for his mantra, for his words of wisdom, and he gives it to us. And we all bow and meditate because of Rob's mantras.
Well, one of the I teach several classes at my school. One of them I teach is like event management. because in one calendar year, the most events I ever had to be in charge of was like 500 screening events, right? I could walk into any situation and tell you 5 things that I think are wrong that would help you. Because I would have to I don't call it, I call it results oriented thinking. If you walk through a situation and you could go, that cup's going to be knocked over and someone's going to slip and fall. That really is the way I think about things. So it's a results oriented thinking that helps
Okay,
people.
Rob, make me big.
Oh no. Here's my results oriented thinking.
Make me big first.
I make Harry big. He stands up and pulls his pants down and
Make me
get my
big.
whole stream taken down. All right. You're big.
Now, pick 5 things that I need to do change.
Well, you need to stop wearing that shirt every fucking day. That's
No, I wear
one.
this is different color. This is a red one. The other is brown.
Well, you either wear one or the other. Go get a blue one. Your window, the speakers are in front of your window, so I'd imagine that outside noise would have interfered with the sound of your setup. The last time I was there, when you had the bigger speakers, they were away from the window. Am I correct about that?
They're a little more separated.
Yeah. I feel that you should those tabs that are coming off where your records are, those should be reversed. They should be higher, not on the lower end.
You know, I'm getting all these inboxes that people.
They
They
should be up there.
What I do typically is I'll put the A, B, C generic up here, and then the artist lower.
Well, we don't see that in there. You're asking me to go off what I see. In the back there where all your CDs are, why are there so many gaping black holes?
Because I've purged a lot of the CDs.
Then you need to move you need to move everything up higher and clear out in the bottom.
And actually, the speakers are off access.
Mazzy, your plug mute is coming through. I'm gonna get taken. I'm gonna get.
It's not me.
Okay, it's that idiot. His phone's ringing. It's Jim. His phone's ringing. That's another thing criticizing people. Stop with the ringtones, okay? You're so confused you don't know who's calling you. Just go with my phone's always on vibrate.
What about this? Is this okay?
Do you play that when you're taking a dump?
Maybe I should do only have Rob on my entire wanker list of the year. That would be
okay, Harry. I gave you a few things. Do you feel those were not overly critical and not attacking?
No, I think that you did it without humor and you did it with sincerity, and I don't give a fuck what you say.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I really feel like it's more efficient base. I had to manage over 100 people. At a screening event, I usually have a staff of around 15 or 20 people, but we're dealing with hundreds of people, you know? There you go.
Give you a cookie.
Hold on. What's this? If people reach out to me privately, I'm not going to share a link here publicly because of the idiots. That's all. And you know what? Here, let's do this, Harry. So I'm not singling you out. Let's see what's going on here.
That plant's totally.
Yeah, you know what? It is that plant. I am not I know we need plants to live. They provide us with our oxygen, but that's not working there.
No, it's not. You can never tell what time it is in that house.
And that chair, tell me your thoughts.
It looks like almost like the chair.
Chance, what's on the docket tonight? I didn't see the thumbnail yet. I know it's up, but I just kind of didn't read it. What else? What are you bitching about tonight? So you guys bitch more than I do, and that's at least the starting point. I think we're off a record store day now. We can move on to something else. Is it?
Wait.
Are we cash grabs at Christmas season?
Are we off of record store day?
No, I don't know. Oh, by the way, you know, when I showed all those Dylan albums, remember there was like 100 Dylan albums at Easy Street? They're down to like less than 10 now, 3 days later. So, you know.
So how many people bought that hippie record that have actually played it?
Well, I bought it. Okay, so I'm going to help someone. Vinyl Piper has been very more active in making going live on his channel. He played the record last night, and it's still up. You can go listen to that hippie record. I think as an artifact of history, it's really cool, and I think that's what Record Store Days should be about. Those kind of titles. The music is just a guy whining about life, and
It's kind of it's not like, but not unlike. I know that's
Does he do that?
Skip
Does he
Spence
do the
or
monkey song on there?
No.
Salesman?
no, it's all original nutty songs
It's
about
like
him.
Skip Spence but not as fragmented. It's like folky, freaky.
It's I think that's what record stores should be about. Those kind of titles. So I'm all up for that. And everyone seems to be very impressed by the job this company did. So,
it wasn't a conspiracy. Yeah.
I did not like this album at all.
I love that record. Yeah. But that's the Sundays, right?
What is it?
No,
That's
this is
Four
the
by Steve
Columbia.
Stone.
This is the Columbia.
Oh, who put that one out?
What Harry, let me help you. What
I
is
know what
the
that
record?
is. That's the expanded one, right?
I still don't know what that record
All
is.
right. Skip Spence was in Moby Grape. He was in Jefferson Airplane and then drummer, and then he played guitar in Moby Grape.
Yeah, I don't
Kind of
care for
was
it.
an acid casualty as well as bipolar and went crazy. Does this album for Columbia. I think Columbia pulled it. It was their worst selling album of all time. Okay. It's him and guitar. It's kind of folky, kind of not avant-garde to be avant-garde. And it didn't sell, and that was it. It became a cult classic. In fact, Sundays reissued it years later, and Sundays put out more Ore, which is all these people like Mark Lanigan and Robert Plant covering songs from Ore. A lot of indie artists of that time, 20 years ago or so, covered the entire album on a double album. That is excellent cover. It's very influential.
Okay, I'm gonna
cult records.
This is going to be in my next, and I will start doing Whatnot again now that I'm back from Japan. This will be in my next Whatnot.
You should reach out to Joey. He might want to buy that. Reach out to Joey. He might want to buy that.
Okay.
It's
Joey reached out to me and said, "Hey, that guy, that hippie guy, wrote the song Salesman for the Monkees." I didn't know that.
Hey, It's not on the album. Hey,
Matt,
I'll tell you, I opened this and listened to this last night. So it's excellent. It's live performances, but the recordings are really good.
Yeah.
Great music. I was very happy with this.
It's Swedish.
How was that Miles Davis, that was unreleased thing?
I didn't. What are you talking about? There wasn't an unreleased Miles Davis.
I thought there was a live Miles Davis.
Okay, but but it was never. It was been released before.
It was it was part of a box set that's being reissued next month.
Technically, yes, and people. I think what the problem with Columbia and these titles they make is they don't the QC's issues, like the companies that they've had do them. The companies they have that do them, people have had QC issues, but I'm sure it's fine. And as I have a copy, I've ordered 3 copies of the box that comes out at the end of January. That's what I'm looking forward to. But you can get that, Harry. There's been CD. It's been released as a CD. It came out on vinyl before.
It's not Harry's thing, really. I don't think.
No, I got right up there. I got a Miles thing hanging up there. I like Miles.
The boxes, I'm hoping good things for it. So,
well, I think I'm going to get one of those boxes.
You are. I have one with your name on it.
Yes.
Hey guys.
What's up? Long time no see.
Hello there, birthday buddy.
Hello
Wait,
there.
did you change your room that you're in right now?
No, it's just the same. No, just the same. Just
too
many records. Again? I just have too many records. That's all. But I can't mention that name, can I?
You can't say that name, Rob.
You can say that. You can listen. There are plenty of good names that people have maligned. Maybe someone should take
It's great to
ownership
see
of it.
Belgium Fred again in the house. It's been a while. You know, we
It's
were
been a-
close like this, and we just drifted our.
I like
separate
Belgium
ways.
wheats.
Which is Belgian weed.
It's
I
beer.
want to tell everyone, Fred was my dinner date on my 70th birthday. Just Fred and I shared a table together in a great restaurant in London, and we drank martinis and had
Thanks,
steak
Chris.
or whatever, you know.
Martinis, one, I think
One
one,
martini.
not plural. Yeah,
Well, we each had one. So I don't know if you had one. Did you have one?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
okay, I don't remember.
Probably. Yeah. So it's
I
been a while.
drink hard liquor. I just can't do it.
All right. We're not.
I don't like the
requesting.
taste.
All right.
I was planning to go to the Record Planet Fair in Den Bosch, but then I couldn't. So I was hoping to meet Mike there from the In Groove, but I didn't go. So maybe next time. Yeah. Does he come on the show often?
Not often. But once
More
in a while.
than not.
More than not. Yeah.
Actually, that's not true.
He not
He's
comes
not
on this.
more than he's been on like 3 times in the last.
That's
month.
more than zero here, Mazzy.
More than zero. That's different than more than not.
That's true. That's true. I bought a couple of excellent jazz records on a Belgian label, so I thought I'm gonna do some Belgian promotion here. How about that?
Are
but
they
maybe
reissues or brand new music?
reissues actually. But you might know this one. This is from the Open Sky unit. Am I mirrored? No.
No, you're good.
No, that's
you're
coming
good.
out perfectly correct.
This is an Open Sky unit. This is a release from originally 1974, or it was recorded in 1974.
What
And
type
this is great.
what type of jazz is that?
It's very funky, but yeah, this is great. This is the originals of this goes for a lot of money, and even the reissue from like 20 years ago. But finally, it's been reissued at a normal price by Esteban Records, which is very cool. I don't know
Is that
if
how you say that? Is that how you say that? Not Steban?
Well, the the guy who owns it is called Stefan. So I think in like Spanish is Esteban or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's probably a link. Yeah, there's probably a link. But I don't know if you remember, Mazzy, for when we met in Belgium, I gave you that compilation of Belgian jazz.
It's great.
Yeah, that's on the same label. So they do quality stuff.
Do they distribute out into the North America or no? You have to order it from.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, this is, if you can grab this, you should give it a listen. This is really funky jazz, and it has Sunshine Star is a vocal track, which I really like that one. So I'm glad this was reissued because I was looking for an original, and I couldn't afford it. So, and the other one they reissued is actually from a Dutch pianist, René van Helsdingen. That's how you pronounce it. And this is his album from 1975, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that
And
the
this
guy
is
that
really-
went after Count Dracula to try to kill him up in?
It maybe it's him. Yeah. Was he
I
also
think I'm going to go after you and try and kill you.
Van
So this is
Helsdinger,
also-
dinger.
Does that
That's
one smell
fun.
like garlic?
also on the
I
same?
see a theme here. This is are you working for Esteban? Are you a shill for Esteban?
No. I think
Okay.
it's just a great label. They do great stuff. Yeah. They also have like Esteban Ultra, which is like new artists, new jazz.
By the way, that Open Sky in and an original copy of that is not cheap.
No, it
What
is
does
very
that mean? Not cheap. What are you? Give us a.
The medium's about $250.
Okay.
yeah. And this one, I don't think if this was ever, it was commercially released, but this is the first reissue. This is really cool, 70s jazz, yeah, from Holland.
Also, Fred, not to stop you talking,
I would.
that Open Sky unit comes with a 7-inch.
Yeah, the first 200 copies come with a bonus 7-inch of the track I mentioned, Sunshine Star, which is a great vocal track.
You know, you
Now
should
that
cross
other
that out.
record you showed,
You should have crossed that out before you come up
show
here
that
with
other
Rob,
record,
so Rob would be excited.
the Van
Cross out the
Helsing.
end, make it a B.
Now I would have thought that was shoegaze
Yeah,
Why?
it looked like it's.
because he's
Yeah, does he look a bit
Oh,
like what was this, like Ian Curtis maybe from
Huh.
he has this kind of sad look on his face.
yeah, it looks like he's sitting on the toilet.
I
Actually.
don't see any. I don't see any
But,
rope marks.
I don't
Hey,
look
Fred.
like that on the toilet, you know.
Hey, Fred, I'm not to go back to that Open Sky, but it says it grew out of a homage to Dave Liebman's Open Sky, which I have both those albums, but they are free jazz albums. Those are free
Yeah.
jazz albums.
It's not
and why
really,
are they so expensive?
because
'Cause
they're
that's
very
a-
good, and they
you know,
were
it's-
only pressed in the 70s and practically never.
But if it's free,
No, he's making a joke. It's not very funny.
Yeah.
trying.
Wow,
I'm
Harriet, a critique
trying,
from
okay?
Mazzy.
come on.
Old man fight. Old man fight.
It was actually recorded live in a live, so it's like almost like one take stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm interested. I'm gonna try and stream that.
70s. Yeah, great. I love these.
Is that a
don't
female
know.
drummer, or she just got long hair?
He's got long hair.
Okay,
I think. Wait, is it? I think. Oh no, it's. Oh, actually, you're right. It's Micheline. Micheline. She's a female drummer.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah. She also sings on one of the tracks. And also, I also bought this magazine, by the way. This is from We Jazz from Finland. And they do great. I really like the artwork and the photography inside. It's all about jazz, and every time it has a different theme. This one is about, or the most articles are about Pharoah Sanders. And they do really great magazines. They have reviews of new jazz releases. And great photography and artwork. And so this is really it's a great magazine. I love it. I don't buy every issue, but this one,
Is that like a quarterly?
Yeah, and it's like to get it in the US, it's like $40 an issue.
yeah, it's almost like a book, but it's really thick. You know, you have a lot of. It has photography and artwork. So this is Pharoah Sanders. So this is pretty cool magazine. Yeah. What else did I get? I got. I don't know if Rob probably knows this one. Do you know this one?
Yeah,
Rob?
so anyone knows Micaiah McCraven, who's a modern jazz artist, and I ordered, if you participated in that non-such sale, I ordered a couple of his records. That's his dad, who's still around. This company, this group out of Europe, reissued that record through a crowdsourcing, and I ordered it through Rough Trade, but I'm hoping I get it. It's been selling out, but I've streamed that. That is an excellent record. It's very, I would call it Strata East style of jazz.
Has that kind of sound, yeah.
But I highly recommend streaming that. Hopefully they'll repress that, make it easier to get.
I just bought it from a regular shop, actually. So I didn't do I wanted to do the Kickstarter, but then I thought, well, maybe
but they're still getting money from that. But I mean, I bought it from Rough Trade here, and
okay.
Can we
And it
talk
has
about the Beatles?
Sorry?
Can we talk about the Beatles?
I cannot drop
No.
you from the stream.
And it comes with this is actually a postcard with a picture, and the text of the promo is on the.
That's one long cigarette, man.
So how is it a really nice produced reissue? Like the jacket and everything?
It comes on heavy vinyl, but the thing is, it comes in this Japanese sticky thing.
Fuck those sleeves.
Yeah, and the sticky part is on the stuff where you have to put the records. So that's
the first series of Muse reissues fucked it up. They put the wrong sleeves on.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, my rant after Fred's done will be about Japanese sleeves. They do nothing to help you as a record collector.
I agree. They seal your record where you don't want to even
use
open
it
them
the
up.
right way.
No,
you have to have it on the side So all you do is open it up, pull the record out. You don't have
Do
to
you want me to tell you the right way to use them? Ball them up and throw them in the trash.
Yeah, it's like why should you completely seal a record? I don't get that.
No, I don't get it.
You might as
Your
well
records
leave
better than slabbing
Your
it.
records need to
I
breathe,
agree.
people.
I agree.
But it comes in a polyline sleeve, and they're
A little
and
too
they're
precious.
heavy. So I haven't listened to it. It just came in today, so I haven't listened to it.
When I'm in my car, I've been streaming that. That's a good album.
Scott, I saw that comment.
Yeah, this is really I like. Definitely gonna listen to that tonight. And the other stuff I got was this is a new jazz group. Well, it's their third album, I think. Ruby Rushton. It's not a lady or any, but it's a band for guys. And this is great, excellent contemporary London jazz. So, am I showing this right? Ruby Rushton. So this is their second or third album. I'm not sure. But the guy, Tenderlonius, is the guy who plays saxophone and flute. Is very talented. Got some great liner notes. So this is a cool contemporary UK jazz album. I really like it. And it comes with an insert with the photography of the drummer. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like those kind of things.
Then they're just like regular other sleeves.
You know, I've had records 50 years old. I never
what
had
are Japanese sleeves without the sticky? Yeah, here's really my issue. It's not even good plastic that they use to make the sleeves. It's very susceptible to seam splitting at the seams. Am I wrong about this? Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Yes.
But sometimes the sticky part is on the not on the where you have to slip in the record.
There's so many things wrong with Japanese sleeves.
How hard is this? You know, like you got a sleeve, you pull it out of the sleeve.
Yeah, but if you gently
the
tug,
package. Look how easy it is. You just put it on the side, open that up.
Yeah, but you got to do
your
that.
Record just comes out.
Okay. But tug on the corner of that, Harry. Tug on the corner, and it'll split down the seam.
Well, not if you're careful. But this is part of the package. The way I look at it with Japanese, it's part of the package.
You know what, Harry? You're manipulating Fred's time. He only's getting a certain amount.
Yeah, but if the sticky part is not on the flip, then that's fine. But if it's on the flip, you know, it just sticks to your sleeve, and you fuck it up.
And that tears the jacket and the picture. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, Tokyo Record Style says in the comments that that it's only for selling. Everybody throws them away when they get home. So there's
then
what does he know about Japan?
Hold on, Tokyo Record Style. The Japanese are tricking all us other people outside of Japan that it's some sort of archival thing. It is not. They're horrible sleeves. They should be wiped from the face of the earth.
So,
in fact,
sexy with vinyl selectors. Sealed records.
That's.
Don't just stick on the shelf. Write the fucking record. That's what it's for. What do you think about this new thing called slabbing? What the fuck you brought out about?
All right, Mazzy, put a link to that video and let people watch it on the road.
It's on. Thank you.
You know what? Here's what Mazzy's doing. He's showing content that he's gonna put a copyright strike against my channel.
Open
Actually,
the fucking record.
Someone commented that this is Ruby Rushton's fifth record. So but this is really good contemporary jazz. And going from the UK to Poland, I'm just going to show one more before I grab dinner. This is a new album from Omasa, and they're from Poland. They play contemporary jazz, in the classic Polish jazz tradition, but mixed with funky stuff like Roy Ayers and Lonnie Liston Smith. Has this funky feel to it. And this is on a great label on Astigmatic Records, which is really, really good. I buy most of their releases. This is a really cool Polish jazz record. So, yeah, all you jazz guys.
Here's the I want to get into Polish jazz, especially the older stuff.
Don't make a Polish joke, Rob.
But the record plays from the inside out, right?
Shut up, you idiots. It's really good, especially the guy who did the soundtrack to Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
But you can't get it. You can't get that stuff. Someone needs to reissue the stuff.
Cool. That's a cool. I like that.
So is that a brand
Yeah.
new Polish jazz or reissue Polish jazz?
Yeah, this is brand new. This is
Okay.
Jazz Report from the Hood.
Plus, all the
Polish.
members of that band have burnt lips because they tried to blow up cars.
Oh, good.
I wasn't waiting for that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Actually,
god.
this is actually the limited edition. They always do all their releases. They do a limited edition of like 300 copies because the actual if you're gonna see it, you're most likely to see the same artwork but in red. So this is the black and white edition, which I
like
really
that cover. I like that nice package.
Yeah, they always
Does that
have
come
it.
in a Japanese seal sleeve too?
No.
Good.
Is that
No.
a textured sleeve?
It is textured, yeah. It
Yeah,
has.
kinda
It
nice.
has. It's like. It says, "Don't listen to Rob." When you, it's like Bry, you know. It's like.
So you wouldn't use that cover to cut cocaine on. It wouldn't be good. It would.
No.
Get too, yeah.
No, it wouldn't be good. No, no, it wouldn't. So yeah, some cool jazz coming out recently. Bought a lot of.
Very
Well,
nice presentation. Nice to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
Hey,
Rob.
Hey, how much? Hold on. This has to be a regular bit for how much sex had you seen on the subways?
You always ask me that question, and you're actually asking it wrong because I'm not working on the subway. I'm working on the regular above ground trains. So no, Rob, I haven't seen.
On the okay.
No.
How much
I
sex is on the above ground trains?
Ask the other guy. I have no idea.
Before we get into psychedelic,
Morning, Chris.
can I point? Hi, Chris. Before we get into psychedelic, Chris, I've been hearing. No one's talked about here because no one's bought the Coltrane Rhino box. But the word on the street is people have been getting it and listening to it. And apparently the cuts, the mono cuts are fantastic. So I just want to, the initial.
I had that on vinyl like 25 years ago.
It's different. It's a different. The one that came out in 2016 is a
has it sold out, Mazzy? The box
no,
sold out?
No, it hasn't sold out. But it's been getting good reviews so far. People listen to at least 5 of the albums. They sound incredible, apparently. But I haven't heard it, so I'm just.
But they're going to sell them. They're going to sell those individually. Too,
some of
probably.
them. I don't know. Maybe all of them. Yeah, and you're right. They're coming out in January or so individually. So,
yeah.
Anyway, whether it's
Because
the
Rhino
box
did
or
a handmade box set of that years ago.
handmade. What do you? That's a CD you're talking about.
No, I had a vinyl box set of that of the Atlantic sessions, right?
Well, there was a 2016.
Okay.
It's a different set, different record.
Hold on. I can help Harry with this. Those are all digital, Harry.
From like 2000,
2007, 2017. They're all digital.
No, I had it when I still had my record store, and I sold that in 2008.
Then it was a stereo box.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, these are
mono.
Okay.
These are mono with French covers, not Belgian covers. French covers.
Yeah.
Hello, Brian.
Hey guys, what's up? Can you hear me okay? Konnichiwa. Nice, Harry.
Hello.
You're back on US
Hey, Brian.
time.
I don't.
Hey, Fred. It's been ages. Nice to see you, dude. And Vinyl Piper, I just watched your video today about your RSD haul. It was
Cool,
nice.
thank you.
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
cool video. You
So
guys,
you guys are lucky. You don't have to be in the same city as the Waxed every
hold
single
on,
day. You only
hold
see
on.
them on a live stream.
I'm not saying this to attack you, Chris, but out of all of us on screen right now, you look like you have jaundice. Can you do something to fix your coloring?
I have my window open. I have my window open. Okay, I'll fix my coloring.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Brian. Go on.
no, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, I have to say, there's a little record store in Tulsa. I think there's a couple of them up and down I-35. Maybe there's one in Dallas called Josie's Record Stores. Anybody ever been to a Josie's before? Josie's was like, it's a nice record store, but I hadn't been to a US record store in quite some time, and I'd go digging in there. The place is fucking filthy. There's just a grime all over
That's
everything.
because they're not in Japanese sleeves.
Wait, Brian,
This is what I'm getting at, is that the fucking Japanese sleeve. What do you guys, when you go to a record store, what are the records in? What are the used records in?
Cheap sleeves.
Japan's. They're in sleeves. They're like
or not in sleeves.
Or not in
Or
sleeves.
not in sleeves, right? So do you want to have them in? Do you want your don't you buy your own sleeves, the one that you prefer to have your own, right?
I don't need to have them sealed.
Hey,
Yeah,
Brian,
but they're
Brian,
nice when they're sealed. I'm listening, Rob. Yeah.
I believe. How far is Tulsa from like Austin?
9 hours, maybe far.
Well, I think there's a Josie's in Texas, right, Chris? You
I
went
think
there.
there's like 4 or 5.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Kansas
Yep.
City as well, maybe.
I think they might be the same ones.
I'm sure they are. They've got, but guys, they're like, you know, you go into a record store. Everybody's got their paws on all over every single record. How much grease do you have in your fingernails? It's nice to. It's one of these things that you have to get your head around. It's nicer when they're in these shitty sleeves.
Brian,
and they're meant to be slitty, and they're shitty, and they're meant to break, and they're meant to end up in the trash afterwards. I'm listening, Rob. Go ahead. Sorry.
Vinyl storage solutions.
Well, hold on, Brian. I actually find the stores that are like that. You find the good records in those type of stores. Because people are disgusted from looking through the records.
Okay,
yeah, but they're trash.
Records. I understand what you're saying. A new record usually comes sealed now. In the UK years ago, they were behind the counters. They weren't sealed. I had my records not in any kind of sleeves for 50 years, and they're all in pristine shape because I cared for them. But I bought them new, and I cared for them. And Easy Street here uses this exact sleeve. This is from Easy. This sleeve. They don't seal the top, but every used record, every record they sell that's used is in a sleeve. Doesn't have to be sealed.
Yeah, well, you know who puts all the records in them stupid Japanese sleeves? The Groove.
Well, too many records.
Well,
searching for records in Japan was such a good experience because every store was neat, organized, and the quality of the records they sell is top notch.
But then you got to, when you're looking at the used record store in a store, then you got to unseal it, pull it out this way. In fact,
and Mazzy, if you got to take it, and if every Joe Schmo can come in and put their fingerprints all over every record, then it ruins the record for everybody else. So
I'm
not saying you shouldn't put in sleeves, but you don't have to put them in the Japanese sleeves.
Hey, listen, if I've gotten through to one person today, it's Record Collector News Jim. They tear at the steams.
They should tear at the seams because they're going to end up in the trash as soon as you get home because you're going to go. I'll give you that they're wasteful. They're definitely wasteful, but the Japanese love putting plastic on everything. And then the other thing that Japanese do is that there's like humidity, like mold is like a problem because it's, so close. Everything is moldy. So it's to protect them from that. And like food, if they have to put, if you go buy like individual like Oreos, essentially, not Oreos, but just for the sake of the argument, they put individual Oreos in each individual wrapper inside the wrapper. And people are like, why do you need the wrapper inside a wrapper inside a wrapper? Because it keeps the food from being fresh. So it's just something part of the culture. I don't think it's certainly not ecological, but it's actually better if you just can get on board.
I have a question for you, Brian. Is there a store that says, no, I'm not doing this, Japanese sleeves, and they just put them in regular sleeves? Are they ostracized from the Japanese Vinyl Sellers Association?
I can't think of a single store that doesn't do it. I can't think of a single store, not even the book offs or any. I can't think of a single.
Brian, I wish I could have gone to a book off. I saw a video for those. I would have loved to dig in there.
Brian, I will say Japanese has overall the best packaging in the world. I agree with
Harry.
That.
There are book offs.
Well, you should come and experience it for yourself.
So I've been to Japantown.
I think there is one. Actually, I'm pretty sure there is one in Seattle, but I know for a fact there's one in San Francisco, and there's a couple book off. Oh. And there's a couple in Los Angeles now. The ones in Los Angeles, There are, I think, 3, and 2 of them mostly do American stuff, and then there's one in Gardena that has all Japanese stock.
Man, I got to go there.
They don't really have anything.
They
don't really have any records.
Here, Harry.
They have a very small bin of records, but they have like 2 aisles of Japanese CDs and Japanese Blu-rays and stuff like that.
Guys, check this out. The smoking, okay? You can't smoke in any. You can't smoke in, or no, you can smoke inside at restaurants and bars. You're technically not supposed to, but restaurants and bars will allow people to smoke inside their restaurants. And outside,
going into those restaurants.
Yeah, of course, right, exactly. But outdoors, you're not allowed to smoke. You're not allowed to smoke on the street anywhere. Why? Because the outdoors is owned by everybody. And Mazzy, just like you said, you have the choice to not go into an establishment or not. And it's just one of these things where you have to shift your mind a little bit, and suddenly you say like, oh, actually, that makes a lot more sense if I think about it. And a business can either stay open or not stay open, or patronize you or not patronize, or whatever. You can go there or not go there. And it's up to, and then the experiences in the onus is on you or is on them. So there's a couple of these things where I had to come to Japan and be like, why don't they do it like this back home? And then suddenly after a long time, I was like,
wait, were you making fun of the way Japanese people just talk?
Yes, I was, and I was also trying to defend the plastic sleeves. But yes, I was. Both of those things.
I don't.
But
really
they don't
like
even walk down
sleeves.
the street eating food or drinking drinks.
But I do have some records. I have some records that came in those. A lot of stuff I got from Japan, and I'll leave them in those sleeves until they rip or something. One I'll tell you that the sleeves that I really like, and the only thing I don't like about them is they are a little more fragile around the edges because of this type of plastic they use. But those clear bag sleeves, they have the transparency that those thin Japanese sleeves have, but you don't have to get them with the flap. And I order them in bulk. And sometimes when I'm moving, or like if I'm really like just a record gets a lot of use, it might tear on the side.
Where'd you go, Jim?
But the difference is you can see the album art so clearly on those clear bag sleeves versus you get any of the polyethylene or whatever sleeves, and they're just everything's a little fuzzy.
A lot of my 90s Japanese sleeves of Pink Floyd were great in the 90s. They were clear and wonderful, but now when I pull them out, every time I open it, it rips. It hasn't lasted these 25 years. So everything's vinyl storage solution for me now, and they're great.
And this, what the fuck? I'm sorry. The record out of the cover, so you can't see the back cover. Covers are made to put records in, not to put them outside just to see the label.
Well,
I agree.
You gotta.
That's a choice.
That's on sale, but Hudson had like a 50% off sale going on, which is when I ordered this. I got it
after my rant about plastic sleeves and my rant about Mazzy's next.
I will store records that way if the jacket's in a little fragile condition.
Yeah, if it's all messed up, I keep it separate too. I agree with that.
What I do is I actually don't throw them away. I just stick them in a thing, and then when I'm ready to send them off to somebody, I'll use them again. They're purely for getting them from A to B. That's it.
A good idea, Brian.
Hey, all of you out there that get records from Brian, you're getting his sloppy seconds.
Brian, send me some great singles.
Kind of like Donald Trump and Melania.
I thank Brian for that.
I've got a couple records to show that actually Brian might know this artist. Brian, have you ever heard of Kazuki
You always
Tomikawa?
drop these Japanese records that I have no idea what they are. You got to make it. No, I don't know what this is. Never even seen it.
So this is a reissue. You can get these in the U.S. right now. This is a folk artist named Kazuki Tomikawa, and his music was used in a lot of movies from the 70s and 80s. This guy's awesome. And so this is a reissue. Blank Forms is the record label doing these reissues. You can get these on Amazon right now, but I actually got an original from Japan of his second album. Man, this thing is insane. It sounds so good.
What's his
What
name?
kind of it's soundtrack? Like what kind of genre? What kind of sound?
Well, you know what I'm talking about, Brian, when I say dark folk.
Dark folk? No, I have no idea. What's dark folk?
We can't use those words here.
So there's I would say there's this whole subgenre of Japanese folk that was like big in the 70s, and there's all these artists.
First time I've ever heard it.
Yeah, well, Light in the Attic. I gotta go find it somewhere. Light in the Attic did a compilation called "Even the Trees Can Shed Tears," Japanese folk, 1969 to like 1981 or something. That gives you kind of an idea of like what folk rock was doing in Japan at that time. But so I've some of these artists like Hako Yamazaki have gotten really big via YouTube. She's a dark folk artist.
I have her. Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah. Well, this is another guy. His vocals are almost like Kan Makami, if you've ever heard of him. But
Careful,
this is a
Dana.
cool record. But this one, I don't know offhand what it's called. Maybe you can read the kanji on there.
It's tiny. It's too small. I probably couldn't read it anyway. I can't. It's too. It's
yeah.
It's
I
like
can. I can
tiny.
read it.
This is a really cool
Tiny.
record. So look at this guy, Kazuki Tomakawa.
Okay, I'll check him
Didn't
out.
he do the Godzilla soundtracks?
Did he? Is that the guy? Is it the same guy? 'Cause
I can
that
never
guy's
tell
so
if there
famous.
is.
You know what?
No.
I'm surprised Harry got out of Japan not beaten.
Those records,
by
those
the
those
Yakuza.
Godzilla soundtracks are highly coveted, and they're constantly repressed too. They're not
Right.
coveted, but they're like highly collected.
Okay.
Everywhere you
gotta-
go in Japan,
You got to
there's
ban.
images
You got to
of
ban
Godzilla.
Kimbo.
What's he? I gotta look at this.
I'm just very
worst.
surprised that
Okay, Kimbo.
Harry
that's
didn't
the
look up
worst
at the
combo.
sky and was stepped
Kimbo's
on by
gonna
one
be,
of those things.
Me too'd.
Oh, which
Yeah,
we
I
are
don't
plastic.
get-
Do you know Yoshiko Sai?
Yes, yeah, I have a bunch of. Well, her originals are very expensive to get, but there's a great
Oh,
reissue
God.
series. Yeah, those reissues are great.
These are really excellent psychedelic folk with jazz
I'm
crossover.
gonna tell Channing.
I really like these.
Yeah,
This is-
those are a lot of people. I feel like she's gotten incredibly popular in the last couple years.
yeah, this is really good. This is
That's her second album, right?
Yeah, this is second now. Yoshiko Sai. I really
Yeah.
like this. Yeah, this is really cool.
Oh,
I
Fred,
especially like this album.
Let me. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Hey Kimbo, that's
Okay.
retarded.
They rub my belly.
Did you go get a massage while you were there, Harry?
No,
Oh, man.
How long were you there in Japan?
2 weeks.
Okay, well,
Hang on a minute.
Fred, if you like Yoshiko Sai, you have to check out this artist Hako Yamazaki. Very similar, a little more acoustic,
Yeah.
but she has an incredible voice, incredible songwriting. Just I would say her first 3 albums are just incredible. This is the first one. Incredible. You can listen to them on YouTube. The whole albums are on YouTube. Hako Yamazaki. Just check her out. She's great. I got some other records from that Japan order. Does anyone know this jazz record?
This is the other
no,
Hako
but I
Yamazaki
think
record. Is this the
That,
same one you just showed?
Jasba Mike is a big fan of hers.
Yeah,
Her,
that's
her,
her
records go for a lot of money.
Brian, that's a reissue, and I think that's the original cover art for that same album I just showed.
Oh, this is a great album. Really
Yeah.
great album.
Wait,
Yeah,
is Brian?
she's amazing.
Brian,
What's
are
that?
you talking and muted?
Yeah.
I could
Can you
hear.
hear me?
Yeah. See,
Oh,
for
shit.
some weird reason,
I can hear
I
you.
can't hear. Let me go out and I'll come back in.
I can hear you.
Keep-
Sorry, Rob.
Do you have records to keep showing, Michael?
Yeah, so this is a Cisco reissue that Steve Hoffman cut a while back, like 20 years ago. And I heard this. I heard the title track on this, Something Cool, on a jazz playlist, and I was like, man, this sounds great. So
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if there's a good reissue of this record, and I looked it up. Oh, there's a Cisco. Like it's like $30 on Discogs. So
Nice.
I got some stuff from Rhino too. I got the new Tango in the Dark, which I was listening to last night on the. I'm still kind of setting up the system, but I was listening to it last night. It sounds really, really good.
That sounds fantastic for a badly 80s sounding Fleetwood Mac album.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that, but there's some parts that I think sound really good.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
haven't
Sound-wise,
listened to this yet.
that sounds really good.
Yeah. Do you think it sounds better than the MoFi?
I just think it sounds a little different. I think they're both equally good, but a little different. I think that might be a better even thing. Obviously, MoFi's got maybe a deeper bass a little bit, but
Yeah, I remember the bass on the MoFi being pretty. I mean,
Yeah,
they always
yeah.
they always kind of pump up the bass a little
yeah,
bit.
I think overall that's probably the better overall listen. But the MoFi, I love the MoFi too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone?
This really impressed me.
Yeah,
That's which one is that?
This is the Rhino Hi-Fi.
Yeah, because the
Everything
other
they've
one
done
people
has
are
been good.
poo-pooing, right?
Really. I have an original. I don't have a Sterling RL, but I just have a regular Sterling, and this shits all over that. It's so much better. Yeah, I need to sell that Sterling.
I have I have the one you want, the Monarch, everything. That one sounds good to me.
You know, I'm going to show one Japanese record.
Who's Mazzy's trying to talk? I don't hear him.
Oh,
I can hear him.
I
can hear him too. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. It's
I
Rob
don't know
has
what's going
some
on with
audio
all
issues.
this.
Unfortunately, I can hear Rob.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
turned
Asa Kawamaki, she's great.
I
man.
love
That's
her,
great.
and I
That's
got
a great
this.
record.
I got these two at. I got these two at
Jeez
a
whiz.
I got these.
Why
at the
am I not
Seattle
hearing
record.
all?
I got these at the Seattle Record Show. Oh, Michael left. Oh, there he is. The problem with this, I love this record. I have the comp that came out a few years ago, 8 years ago. This says First Press Japan, near mint, near mint. This is the crackliest near mint record I've ever heard. Like, fuck the guy that sold to me, and I don't know him anymore.
Well, it probably is visual grading.
Yeah, but I mean, I would never put near mint on a record unless I heard it ever. You know,
really? Fucking Japanese.
No,
Japanese.
I would.
Mazzy, let me get my samurai sword just a second. I'll find it.
No, it wasn't a Japanese seller. It wasn't a Japanese seller. And the worst I would do, or the best I would do, is VG Plus on a if I didn't listen to it. I would never put near mint unless.
What about running it through the Humming Guru? Will that clean it up, or did you try it already?
But then I got this one too. This one's better. This one said VG Plus, and it's better sounding than the near mint from the same seller. And these were like $50-$60 a piece.
Oh, wow, that's pretty expensive.
It's hard.
Wait, I mean, Mazzy, who is the artist?
Asa Kawamaki.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
Oh, get the comp.
Oh, she's so good. You got to know her.
Kind of
she's
like
great.
Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday,
folky,
yeah.
She's blues, jazzy.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Indie. It is the comp. I got the 2-record comp that came out 6-7 years ago is amazing. Sherv turned me on to it. Remember Sherv?
Here's one. Yeah, I have a bunch of them.
She's so good. She's like a torch singer. It's so good. It's not.
I'll tell you. One time I was in there's these amazing listening. Well, there is a bunch of them. You guys know these listening.
I have to go. I have to
Sorry,
prepare.
Frederick.
You guys hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I just show one more thing? I bought this. This came in like a couple of weeks ago, but I'm planning to make a video about it. But this is Transa. I don't know if you have heard of this compilation.
Wow, it looks great.
This is it's from the Red Hot organization, who do compilations since the early 90s to raise awareness about AIDS and HIV.
Oh, yep. It's pros
for Transa.
Well,
and it's for trans rights, and it's for trans artists, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's like 6 records. And they all have a different kind of mood. One is more folky, one is more jazzy, and the artists are it's just an insane lineup of artists. There's Wendy and Lisa is on here. Who else is on here? Fleet Foxes are on here. Sharon Van Etten, which is a great rock band, and this is really good and beautifully designed sleeves, each one of them. And it's really a fantastic project. I highly recommend you listen to this. This is really, really good. It comes with a great booklet as well. So this came out like end of 2024, but the vinyl box set just was released this month, or no, in October. So it's with great artwork. So I highly recommend this. And each record has this different feel to it. One is more folky or more rock, and it also has. I just gonna read a couple of names that are on here. Maybe you know. Lee Ronaldo is on here. There's a great track by Arthur Baker with Pharoah Sanders. Perfume Genius is on here. Andre 3000 has a great track. Anoni and the Johnsons have a great track on here. So this is really, really, really cool compilation, and it's for a
Sounds
great
amazing.
cause. So yeah, I highly, highly recommend this one. And it's also on Bandcamp. You could check it out. It's like 100 artists working on this. So this is really, really a great one. For me, it's a compilation of the past year. It's absolutely fantastic. So big tip for this one.
Again, I'm gonna make this perfectly clear to all you people in the peanut gallery. Context. What record are you asking is mono or stereo, Kimbo?
Probably the one he's showing right now.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to assume that. If I was to assume, Harry, there'd be a lot of things about you I would bring up.
Rob, could I show one record?
Yeah, so that was that. I have to go.
Oh, you're here? I forgot. All right, thanks, Fred.
I'm gonna prepare dinner. Thanks for having me.
See you, Frederick.
I have no control over what they do.
I got this heavy equipment. It's called Euclid.
Oh, wait. Now he's muted. Can everyone hear Chris?
Yep. I'm talking.
Yes. You're having audio problems.
No, I can't hear
that
him.
new iPad is not working. So heavy. This is called Euclid. It's hard rock. It's psych adjacent. I got this from Permanent Records. It's been on the wall there for a while. Dom tried to hook me up with it. Really, really good psych rock. And then when I got the label, it's on the Flying Dutchman, and it's stamped RVG. 1970, and in the dead wax it says RVG, and on the cover it says from New Jersey. So it's really good. It's not great, but it's really good. It's got some good tracks, a couple covers, and it's pretty rare.
Groovy.
Does anyone know that?
No.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
I think it's just general knowledge that anything you show is rare.
No. Mazzy just pulled up. I got this from Dom. Dom gave me this as BLCT a couple weeks ago, and it is on the mainstream. It's a compilation. It's the one that I do not have, and I haven't heard it. Mazzy, what do you think of these tracks?
They didn't put full albums of these artists out.
Right, exactly. They're all people. None of these albums. So it's a comp of bands they didn't release.
As far as I know, and I don't think any of them were actually.
Real quick, Chris. Go pull out your copy of Michael Jackson Thriller, please.
Well, I do have, since the Love Box is super popular, I'm not taking that out of the sleeve. I have.
Oh, you have that.
The changes.
Did you buy that when they put it out, or you got that from someone else?
Yes, I did. And I forgot.
I lost
it for a long time.
How do you feel about that?
What are you, a therapist?
I know. How do you feel
expensive.
About?
It was
how do you
expensive.
feel about Matt? No, because that is people don't know that PB Thal. That's his favorite record, by the way. And
that's probably one of my favorite '60s records.
Right. And what I'm saying is, I think he wasn't big on the way that Electric Recording Company version sounds, but I could be corrected.
Well, I have a mono and a stereo. I haven't compared them back to back. It sounds great. I don't play it too much because it's super rare. I go to my other OG copies, but I pull it out every so often. It's cool. I really like the packaging.
Open the fucking record. Don't keep it sealed. Open the fucking record.
It's too expensive. Some stuff, listen, I'll do it. Others, I'm not taking out of the sleeve.
Are you going to get that one slabbed?
Mazzy has failed to copyright this saying, but I'm changing it. It's about the music, you fucking idiot.
I got this from Mazzy, and I'm not taking it out of the record. It's an expensive record, and it's protected in here, so it's going to stay just like that. The weeds. Remember, Mazzy, you sold me this maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And then found the reissued Amoeba that came out in the 80s, and that was kind of pricey. Okay, I'm done with my 2 records. Oh, actually, I forgot to say, I did stream that Craig Smith album. I ripped it, streamed it. I really like it. It's not amazing, but it's really good. It's very folky.
Yeah.
The Birds type. It's 2 albums. The first album is demos. The second album is actually more polished stuff that they did earlier. Then he kind of took it and reworked it. It's good, but go to my channel and see the live stream. I have a bunch of facts. I've been streaming whole albums, and then YouTube pulls them down a day later. But it's been fun. I finally get to sit there and listen to the music. Usually I listen to music and I'm working and doing this and that, and I don't really get to really focus. And with the streams, I've been able to do a bit of research and just focus on the record, and I love it. That's it. I'm done.
And Vinyl Piper doesn't appreciate it when you type in humorous comments. He's not a big fan of those.
And I timed out the wax twice. I don't mess around with the wax, and he texts back angrily. He doesn't like to get timed out.
I just called you. I said, "Do you want to be murdered on camera?"
He's trolling me. Okay,
By the way,
that's it.
Vinyl Piper does troll here if you're a watcher of the chat.
Hey, before we go, I know we got to go soon. Can we bring Michael up big? I want to see what his update on his room looks like, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. I'm going to have to unplug my mic, so the sound might change. But yeah, it's looking a lot cleaner. I've got it cleaned up a little bit today because I'm doing a stream with the A&R rep from Decca later today on the new Decca analog series. But let's.
Wow, it looks great.
It's coming along for sure.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So behind me, this is the corner that has, it's all the rock pop right there. And then I've got two Calyx 2x4s here that are the jazz section. They're kind of on both sides.
Oh, nice.
Whiskey bar.
Oh my God.
Humidifier, because it's dry as hell in Colorado. All my classical records.
Wow.
Organized by label, and we got the box sets on top. These are some Amphion Krypton 3X, I think.
Those ones from Superman Planet. Wow.
Yeah.
Can't
I'm about
listen
to
to 'em.
review for the Absolute Sound. What's cool about these is they have a side firing 10-inch woofer here, which makes them a little easier on room placement. There's my Hagel. I finally got the Fusion board kind of nailed together, and I'm going to hang it pretty soon. And here's the hi-fi rack.
Dang, dude.
And
Should you have that on carpeting? That thing on the carpet?
What on the carpet?
That amp thing on the bottom, or is that the power box or something?
When I review it, I'm going to be putting it on the amp stand.
Okay.
It's not plugged in right now. That's an audio research amp.
So if it's very dry there, I would have to imagine some static electricity might be
Well,
happening.
you'll notice I have this nice little humidifier here.
Yes.
That is working overtime. Got some CDs up here. Yeah,
it's
so
like
that's
Harry smoking pot.
That's the room right now.
Whatever
Nice,
works.
dude.
Great room, very
great.
nice.
Oh,
Now,
Nice, yeah.
you don't have the shelving bolted or anything, right?
I do. I have these shelves behind here are nailed to the wall with some L brackets.
What about the ones that are against the windows and stuff over there?
Against the windows.
Rob's
So you
really
have-
concerned about your safety.
You mean
Like,
here?
I'm
We just wanna
concerned
make
about
sure.
Brian, let's be correct about the record safety.
This
I don't care.
This shelf is bolted to the wall right there.
Okay.
Yeah. See got my Beatles mono, Rolling
You
Stones.
you do get the
all the
occasional
APs.
moving of the earth there, right?
No, not in Colorado.
No, I don't think so.
No,
Very
the only
nice.
thing we have is a lot of weird hail.
So let me
sometimes.
ask you this: as the whiskey shelf goes up, our top shelf, the more expensive ones at the top.
No, I
goes
just kind of
down
have
to
it. I kind of have it organized by
Alpha?
type. Like I got some of the rare Scotch and Scotch-esque like Japanese whiskeys up on the top.
Okay.
Springbank, if anyone knows Scotch, Springbank is kind of like one of the more collectible distilleries. This is all Buffalo Trace stuff on the middle shelf, kind of harder to get. Stag is my favorite thing that they make. If anyone knows Stag Junior,
That's what most of us are into. Yeah.
And the Wellers, these are kind of hard to find.
You should
more
eventually
everyday
do a
bourbon down
whiskey. You
here.
should do a whiskey video at some
There's
point.
there's no Peppy Van Winkle.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing Pappy Van Winkle. But probably the rarest thing I have on here is the Weller Full Proof. That's probably the most sought after. That is so Weller. If people don't know Weller, the juice of Weller, that's what Pappy Van Winkle sources for their stuff. So this is actually the same juice that's in Pappy. It's just different barrels.
There's a lot of full bottles there.
Yeah, because I'm not really actually a heavy drinker. I just like sampling and tasting.
Yeah, don't have Chris over.
And then I got some more. I don't know. There's some more scotch down here.
Rob wants to know if you have one in an Elvis decanter.
Yeah.
I just want to know if you have one in Japanese sleeves.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the whiskey shelf. And no, I don't have any Canadian Club or Canadian whiskey on here because honestly, Canadian whiskey kind of sucks.
Oh, fighting words.
I love Canada. They do make one good whiskey. It's Lot 40. Lot 40 is good. But Crown Royal, Canadian Club, all that stuff is just watery garbage.
Crown Royal, you get to put your pipe in it and your stash and your papers in that nice little purple bag that comes with it.
Yeah, I use those Crown Royal bags to for various reed making pieces of equipment.
Very nice. Very nice.
I got to run. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. I think we're end of the show now.
Yeah, we're done.
My battery's
Thank you, everyone, for coming up.
It's great seeing Brian here too. It's great seeing Brian here.
I had to come defend the honor of Japanese.
Honest debate is great. It doesn't matter if one person's right and one's wrong. It doesn't matter.
Hold on, it does matter, and you're wrong, Mazzy.
Okay, I will admit I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Everyone have a good day. Thank you.
All
Come
right,
back.
see you guys. Bye.
Come back next Tuesday. Bye.
See you, Rob.